la la, look at that. Amazing. Yep, this is what we're making today. 콩나물밥. That is soybean sprouts cooked in a pot of multi-grain rice, brown rice, white rice, and barley rice. And we're also making the soy sauce, mixing sauce that goes with it. I'm going to show you how to make 숭늉, which is so good. I wish I could feed you this. This is so yummy. Hi everyone, this is Helen and welcome to Modern Pepper. 안녕하세요 여러분, Modern Pepper의 헬렌입니다. For those of you that are new to Modern Pepper channel offers Korean cooking lessons for authentic Korean dishes as well as Korean fusion dishes. 오늘도 맛있는 한식 요리와 한식 퓨전 요리를 영어로 함께 하겠습니다. 구독 버튼 꼭 눌러주세요. So today we are making 콩나물밥. 콩나물 means soybean sprouts. And today's 콩나물밥 is extra special because we're also going to make it highly nutritious with different kinds of rice grains. So it's also called 영양밥. So think of it as your nutritious, simple bibimbap that we're making using soybean sprouts. Take out any of these brown looking ones and discard. We're going to wash the soybean sprouts in running water. Rinse it 3-4 times and set aside. Alternatively, you could also use mung sprouts if you don't have access to getting soybean sprouts. It's called 숭늉만들기. Now, what makes this 영양밥, which means nutritious rice, extra special is because we're going to be using barley. There's two kinds of barley. So this one is called whole barley, 통보리, and this one is called pressed barley, 납작보리, because this one is pressed. Now, in addition to barley rice, we're also going to be using my pre-mixed rice grain, which consists of Korean white rice, and it's called 흰쌀. And we're also going to be using Korean brown rice called 현미쌀. And we're also going to be using Korean sweet brown rice called 현미찹쌀. And 현미찹쌀 is slightly sweeter in taste. For those of you who are like, oh, that's too many different grains of rice and I don't have it and blah, blah, blah. And that's okay. You could always just use white rice. So if you're watching this in March of 2020, we're in a lockdown, just use whatever rice grains you have in your pantry. I'm gonna add 1.5 cups of my pre-mixed rice. And then we're also gonna add 1/4 cup each of the barley rice. So today we're using 2 cups of rice. Now, if you don't have access to go into a Korean market, you could order these rice grains online, and I'll have those online links in the description box below and also at my blog page for today's recipe at modernpepper.com. And I just have to say that if you use any of those links to make a purchase, I get a tiny commission. So I just want to say thank you in advance and 감사합니다. We're going to get started on washing and just fill the water about just enough so that the rice grains are submerged. And then you just go around in circles like this. And then you pick it up and just gently just rub it together. Do not squeeze it so hard that you're crunching it. So just go around in circles, like, 5, 6, 8 times. And then you drain. And you repeat this process about 4 or 5 times, but not more than 5 times. So this is our 5th wash, and same thing. So you want to wash just enough to remove the excess starch. If you overwash your rice, you will also wash away its nutritional value. And then we're just going to pour a little bit more of water. Just fill it with water a little bit, and we're going to let it soak on your kitchen counter for 1 hour. Away from the window, away from the heat. Now, as far as making the rice, we're going to be using 뚝배기. If you cook Korean food a lot, you should get one of these. It's really handy and it's durable, it lasts forever, and it's called earthenware stew bowl. And you could also use 가마솥. And 가마솥 is your old school Korean pot that's been used for so many dishes. My grandma used to make rice using gamasot, and that really is the best way to make Korean rice, in my opinion. And this would be used in open fire because back then they didn't have any stoves. So this is like OG way of making Korean rice. And if you don't have all of that, that's okay. You could always use a heavy bottom pot, and you could also use a pressure cooker if you don't have time to soak your rice. And here's the rice that's been soaking for an hour. And here's the thing, if you let your rice sit on your kitchen counter in a cool area for 10-12 hours, it starts sprouting. And sprouted brown rice especially is extra nutritious. So I'll let you Google and find out the nutritional value of sprouted brown rice. And we're gonna pour our rice in here. Gently flatten the rice. Lay your hand flat gently on the rice, and you want to pour so that it comes in between your knuckle and middle of your finger here, right here. So you want to pour to that level. So I'm going to pour just a little bit more, like that. And just to show you, rest it on top of the rice, and it comes up to be about 1/2 inch level of water. Of course, I hear you. Not everyone's hand size is exactly the same, right? Some are bigger, some are super small. So measure 1/2 inch of your water in here, put your hand in it, see where the water mark is on your hand. And next time you make Korean rice, you'll just remember to put the water level up to here or here, depending on your hand size. And I know this method sounds kind of archaic, but I guarantee you, Korean people in general, when we make rice, this is how we do it. We use our hand measuring method. And you know, for some people, they like their rice to be a bit more extra al dente and dry. Some people like their rice to be a little bit more watery and steamy. So the water level is very personal. So just keep on doing it and find the water level that you like, the way you want your rice to come out. Turn your heat to super high. So let this cook on super high heat until you see bubbles. So for our 콩나물밥, we need a little bit of carrots and 1 clove of garlic. Here's a tip. So you want to cut a little bit of the carrot off here on the side. So now it's stable. And then we just need a few thick slices. Cut the root end off. Place your knife, strike it down, and voila, easily comes out like that. And we're gonna finely mince our garlic. Put this aside for now. As soon as you see the water bubbling like that, it is ready. We're gonna add 2 pinches of salt. Add our garlic. Quickly add our 콩나물, soybean sprouts. Cover with the lid. Lower your heat to low. And we're gonna let this cook on low heat for 7 or 8 minutes. So it's been 8 minutes and we're just gonna open the lid and just do a quick check. So we're just gonna go in and get a little bit of rice to do a quick taste test. So right now, rice is a little bit extra al dente, which means it's ready. Turn off the heat completely. We're gonna add our carrots on top. Quickly put the lid back on. And then we're gonna come back in 5 minutes. Leave it alone, do not open the lid. I mean, I remember my grandma used to yell at me if I opened the lid for a little too long to kind of take a look on what's going on inside, because you wanna trap all the moisture that's built in there. And right now, the resting period is critical because this is the last part of cooking your Korean rice, so it comes out tasting really fluffy and soft and pillowy. Now, I just added the carrots, and for those of you who want to add like other different kinds of leafy greens, this is when you want to add it, because if you add it a little too early, it'll overcook and your leafy greens such as kale or spinach will come out like brownish green, and that's like kind of not pretty. And it tastes better when it's slightly undercooked. And I'm also gonna show you how to make the soy sauce dipping sauce that goes with 콩나물밥. It is a must. So we have 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. To this, I'm gonna add 1/2 tablespoon of Korean red pepper flakes, gochugaru, half a teaspoon of gesogum, that's roasted sesame seeds. We need 1 scallion. And half a teaspoon of sesame oil. So it's been 5 minutes since our pot of rice has been sitting there nicely resting. And what you want to do at this point is turn your heat back up to super high again, because we want to create that like golden brown crusty rice on the bottom. So leave it on super high heat for 3 minutes. And while you're doing that, get a kettle ready and boil some water, because I'm going to show you how to make 숭늉, which is so good. It's one of the best things when you make rice in clay pots, because you take the crusty rice on the bottom and turn it into this delicious second course soup or tea. Yum, yum, yum. Ooh, it's ready. Ooh la la, look at that. Amazing. So put the soy sauce dressing on, as little as you want, as much as you want. So you could go in and start mixing and start eating from here, but I'm gonna transfer this out because I'm gonna show you how to make 숭늉 right now. You could just scrape a little bit of this. Now this crunchy rice, so crunchy. I would just scrape the whole thing and eat it like that, but the adults, the elders, 어르신들, they don't like to eat it this way. Pour some hot water in here. Fill this up right to where the rice ends. And then you put the lid on it and let it just sit and hang out. All right, it's our favorite time, right? When we get to eat and taste what we just made. So I'm gonna start with the other side of the bowl where I didn't add the soy sauce dipping sauce that we made.
It's yummy.
It's yummy. It's really hot, so you have to be careful. Here we go. What do you think? I'm gonna have a bite too, while you're thinking over what you're gonna say.
It's like sticky, kind of moist, and it's good. Tastes better than the
You're lost for word?
Yeah.
He's lost for word. Do you like the crunchy taste of the vegetable?
Yeah.
Yeah? And of course, you gotta always put a little kimchi on it, right? Do you wanna have this one with kimchi?
Sure.
Oh. Yeah. He likes kimchi. Mommy's gonna have it with some kimchi too. What do you think?
It's good. Tastes better.
Kimchi is a must when you eat this. Okay, so let's have this side where we added the seasoning sauce. Here we go. I think you're gonna like this side better. Much better, right? Much better with the seasoning sauce that we made. Soy sauce, seasoning sauce is so good. And the crunchiness, again, of the soybean sprouts, so good. Want it with some kimchi?
Sure.
So I have a kimchi recipe. If you have not seen it yet, it's an easy recipe because I only use 1 head of Napa cabbage. And seriously, very, very doable. Zero intimidation. Yummy. Think of 콩나물 bibimbap as your very, very simple, humble bibimbap. Basically, bibimbap means mixed rice. And folks, you could just make this at home and, you know, put whatever you want to put in here. Like if you have leftover cold cuts, put them in there. You want to put a fried egg on top. You want to put gochujang, make it spicy. I mean, do it the way you like it, you know? That's what I say. Oh, this is a big bite. Do you think mommy could do it?
Yes.
This is a huge bite. All right, I'm gonna give it my best shot. Sungnyung is our steamy rice broth, right? That we like to have? Okay. Ready? Ooh. Yum, yum, yum. So you want to take a big spoon and just scrape up the sides. And I can't tell you, this broth is so good. They even make tea to make it taste like this. Sungnyung tea. You could taste the broth first.
That's hot.
What does it taste like? Tea?
Tastes like tea.
Okay, now this is with just the rice. And then the other way to have it is just yeah, this is the real way to have it. So this is like the end of the meal, kind of a cleansing of your palate by having this like hot scorched rice broth. It's so mild, and this is like such a comfort food. People say this and just make it another meal. Like you could just have this with kimchi. Kimchi saves the day. So yummy. Okay, so I want to thank everyone for watching. I mean, I hope you stay safe. I hope you stay healthy. I hope you don't go too crazy being stuck with your family. Like me sometimes, right? Like you sometimes. Yeah. If you enjoyed watching today's video, I would greatly appreciate it if you would click on that thumbs up icon. 여러분 오늘 재밌게 보셨으면 좋아하는 버튼 꼭 눌러주세요. 구독 버튼도 꼭 눌러주시고요. And for those of you who did not subscribe yet, make sure to click on that subscribe button because I would love to cook with you again. And I want to thank you again for watching. And make sure to check out all these other videos. 다음 비디오에서 꼭 뵙겠습니다, 여러분. And everyone, I will see you in the next video.